President, shall I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal, Acting Sergeant at Arms, welcome to our meeting number 78, Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club meeting and first meeting of this term, if I believe. I will begin with reading the club mission. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Since this is a hybrid Zoom meeting, certain ground rules to be followed. Who are attending meeting on virtual, appreciate you are seated free from disturbance in a quiet, well-lit room with the light facing you and connected to the internet and with power bank to charge your mobile or other devices, whatever you are using. And switch in silent mode your all ringing devices and switch off your video if you are not in the attentive posture or movement of your family members. Assuming you are at home or your office, you would know to the entry and exit and the washroom are located where you used the last time. Who are attending physically, please find out the restroom either yourself or with the help of any old member, since I am unable to guide you in this regards. In this event of a fire, use the fire extinguisher if you are trained for that. If not, you can leave the room safely by using the staircase, not the lift. With that, I would like to invite President Toastmasters Mohammed Viqaruddin. Welcome.
Thank you, Acting Sergeant Arms, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Paul, all the way from Kuwait. That's the beauty of virtual world. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, good evening. I call this meeting to order. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club, meeting number 78. Let me acknowledge in presence of our guests and dignitaries. First, I would like to ask our guests to introduce themselves. I will go with right-hand side. Still you are guest with us. So you say one sentence, who you are.
My name is Jay Krishnan and I'm working as Regional Director with Coach.
Thank you.
My name is Kamala and I'm going to Credit and I attended several Toastmasters clubs, other clubs.
Oh, great. Now our next guest.
And good evening, everybody. I'm Toastmaster Maya Sharma. I'm the general evaluator for today's meeting. I shall make a review of the meeting as it proceeds today. And I shall take the help of the timer and the evaluators to help me in the process. And I like any evaluation, I shall dwell on the positive points and also suggest points of improvement. Thank you.
Will be also my name is Coach. I'm working with family.
Thank you.
And I'm also working in China. My is back and with that time. You will come your working function. I want to do and do sign.
So, President, Toastmasters, good evening. My name is TM Mohammed Viqaruddin. I work for one of the I'm associated with Toastmasters since 2013. I have been invited by visiting Mr. Viqaruddin and Mr. Katim, and I'm very glad to be here among this. Thank you so much.
My name is Fawaz Mahmood. I'm working with Khan Commercial as a sales executive for the safety products. Myself, I'm working in with the data group as an IT specialist.
Thank you. Thank you. For almost 3.5 years of Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club has created warm, friendly and supportive environment. As BITP produce leaders in Toastmasters, example of TM Mohammed, he reached up to club board directors, and Toastmaster Ahmed Barushi, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, Toastmaster Tawfiq, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, they make as the area director from TM, as well as we reach up to division level from our club. I hope our new members reach to the maximum beyond the district. Before start the session of this meeting, let's adopt the agenda. I would like to request our Vice President.
Acting.
Vice President
Yeah.
is there. So, Mr. Vice President Education, is there any changes in the agenda? I think we have acting Toastmaster Anil Rahman.
Yes, so we have change in the targeted terms being played by Mr. Toastmaster Dinesh. And apart from that, I see that, the timer again, I would be assuming would be Toastmaster Dinesh.
Yes, we have to request him. Yes.
So this is this thing. So these would be the immediate changes. And again, the time report will be provided by Toastmaster Dinesh in the last.
So about the speech evaluation for Toastmaster Mahmoud Adraj, I think Santosh Abraham is on his way.
He's on his way, you said.
And for his evaluation, I am doing it.
Yeah.
So we can give this opportunity if Toastmaster Javed Shafiq will take as the evaluator for Toastmaster Mahmoud Adraj. I will share the feedback form. So only these are the changes.
Yes, sir.
And rest will be the same. Can somebody adopt the changes of this agenda?
I, Toastmaster Anis, adopt the agenda.
Can somebody second that?
I Toastmaster Ravi Kulmala adopted the agenda.
Thank you. With that, the changes of evaluator and the timer. Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal, will you be the timer for us online? You have to see for his time tracking.
Okay, no issue. I will take care.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal. So today's theme about our meet and greet. For me, meet and greet in terms of the celebration, normally when I was as a child, meet and greet means I have to look for, we call in Arabic, Idiyah. When there is a Eid means I have to find out the relatives to go and ask them to give the Idiyah. I was thinking in my own view, how much I can take the money from all of them and I buy something new. I was planning. So I am getting, now she is giving also Idiyah. So it's a meet and greet, and thanks to all our guests and Toastmasters and members who joining with us to make meet and greet for this wonderful Eid al-Adha 2022. And I hope upcoming meetings we can make more fun and enjoyable meeting with our all members. And most of our members, they have some travel, some of them having sick. That's what our strength is less more than our members. Thanks to guests, thanks to be Toastmaster for us. Now with that, I would like to give the control, captain of the ship, who is always enthusiastic, the person always result oriented. I have seen ever. You can see him, he's a normal person. When it's come for the deliverable, he will give the result. This I have seen in Almoyed. Now he's beyond Almoyed. Now he's in beyond solutions and inspiring the kingdom of Bahrain. So none other than Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anil Rahman.
Thank you, President. Thank you, guests. Thank you, distinguished members joining online. Again, the theme of the day, meet and greet, right? Let's see how exactly it's been a meet and how exactly it's a greet. When you say Eid, where you come out close the extended holidays of Eid, you see, Eid has been, this particular Eid in general, if you look into this, it's been an event of sacrifice, right? If you go back to the historic pages, definitely it says like, how a father was ready to sacrifice his own only child, right? Now let's get back to the reality. What exactly was the sacrifice? The sacrifice was about your attachments, right? What are your attachments to it? Money, power, maybe your children, your name, fame, everything is something which is you. And in a longer sense, in a larger sense, when you look into this, you need to come into a situation where sometimes you need to sacrifice it just to make sure that you survive, you make the creator happy. And end of the day, we all know 100, maybe 120 years later on, you might never be on this earth, right? So it's always give back. Due to the creator, due to the world. And this is the meat. The meat is about ensuring we can give back to the society, right? You guys are young. We have a very young person, very talented future, which says she's attended so many meetings. It's not about the meeting alone. It's about interacting the different people, different personalities. Right? In this particular room, when I see so many key members from Shahin Group, one big team. I'm sure every one of you play cricket from your different sports, looking at your personalities, young dynamic guy. The next future of the Bahrain kingdom, I would say definitely, with meeting so many different personalities. Toastmaster Mahmood, Toastmaster Tubi, Mr. Jay, Viqar, Mr. Shafiq, all are from different personalities, which will not be possible when you see on a day-to-day event, right? You come across on a platform, you might see them across multiple city centers, so many different forums, but you might not come across these kind of personalities in reality, in personal life. And this is what this particular forum is telling, okay, fine, guys, I want to meet these personalities. And the sacrifice you have done today is giving up your time, giving your like say, family space, but it is for the positive sense. With no further delay, let me get back to the main agenda. The main agenda for today will definitely would be like introducing, since this is our first meet and the president has already made it sure that we empower the young minds, we help organizations and people across grow. With that particular agenda, let me introduce you quickly. Let me mute my, yes, it's me. So let me go to the next. No, hang on. The timer, definitely, timing plays a vital role, right? On a day-to-day event, we come across so many things. We start our day. Everyone has to report back to work. Ladies have to prepare food. She needs to again maybe report back to work. The gent, they have to maybe drop the kids to office or school and then again come back to work. So there's a definite time management that's to be done. And again, no further this thing, even in Toastmasters, you have limited time and you limited time to make sure you deliver your message. So introducing our timer, Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. I believe, am I audible to you?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. My role is to time the speech and alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red background, which denote the specific times remaining and ensure the meeting starts and ends on the time. Every segment of the meeting is timed. Please ensure all speakers and role players adhere to the timing as mentioned in the agenda. To assist you, my video will be displayed as a timer card, and for best result, I recommend that you use the pin video option to ensure you can always see the timer window. But who are the physical meeting, they cannot pin the video. Alternatively, you may use the gallery view and ensure you can see the timer. Please note, timer will start on the first word uttered by the speaker. Since I can say in the agenda, there is the one first session induction of the new members. It is mentioned in your agenda as a 10-minute. So I will show you 8-minute green, 9-minute yellow, and 10-minute red. Others prepared speech 5 to 7 minutes. You will see the 5-minute green and 6-minute yellow and 7-minute red. After that 30 seconds of the grace period to conclude your speech. Next session will be the table topic session. Minimum time is 1 minute and maximum is the 2 minutes. So at 1 minute you will see my background changing green. 1 minute 30 seconds it will change to the yellow, and 2 minutes it will change the red. After that 30-second grace period. Next session will be the evaluation. That 2 to 3 minutes, minimum time is 2 minutes, and you will see the green signal at 2 minutes, and 2 minutes 30 seconds you will see the yellow, and 3 minutes you will see the red signal. After that 30 seconds of the grace period as usual in all 3 sections. At the end of the meeting, when I will be called by the Toastmasters of the day or by the general evaluator, I will submit my report. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Anisur Rahman.
Thank you so much, Timer Toastmaster Dinesh. Thanks for the great evaluation. I mean, letting us know how exactly the timing criteria is going to be. Next, definitely we have the grammarian. Introducing Toastmaster Ravi to say what is the agenda and the criteria.
Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm Toastmaster of the day and my dear guests. As a grammarian, my role is to introduce a word of the day, which is welcome. The word of the welcome is using in many aspects to greet the people in many occasions. Now, as we are gathering today and guests are joined, and we welcome them to the meeting. This was used in many aspects, in many occasions. Okay, so I request all speakers to use the word of the day as a part of their speeches, and I'll take the count of that usage, and I'll submit my report to the general evaluator whenever general evaluator requests. And at the same time, I will also note the different words. I mean, very specific new words. I'll take the note of that. And I'll also present those words at the end of the. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Also, he's playing the role of counter. If you could just tell us the criteria.
Good evening, Toastmasters. As a counter, my role is to count the past pillars. During the speeches, we will use the general words like whenever we are missing the speech continuity, we will use these words as a past pillar. So these past pillars, I'll take a note how many times you are repeating the past pillar during your speech. And at the same time, I will also take the note of the repeated words like and, the, yani, all these are not allowed. Okay. Thank you. Over to you, Yaman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. I mean, definitely, language plays a vital role in our day-to-day communication, and definitely this particular forum, and particularly the particular role played by grammarian or the accountant, gonna help us all. Next, we have the evaluator, the general evaluator, played by Toastmaster Maya Sharma. Toastmaster Maya Sharma, what do you mean?
As I explained before, I'll be reviewing the meeting in general, and I shall be watching the roles played by all the role players. And when the general evaluation session is on, I'll get into the details. Thank you.
Thank you. Next in the agenda, definitely we have the induction. But however, with the introduction session itself, we missed some of the online members. Definitely welcome to all the physical guests. But guests who have joined us online also would like to welcome them. I would like to introduce Sadiq Amin. Mr. Sadiq Amin, welcome.
Thank you, Anis. This is Sadiq Amin here, and I'm a senior cybersecurity professional. I work for a company called Ingram Micro in Dubai. So it's my pleasure to meet all of you and welcome, be a part of the Toastmasters. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Jaya, are you online with us?
Hi, Anis. Hi, good
Hi,
evening,
Jaya,
team.
welcome.
Hi.
Some quick introduction on yourself, please.
Yes. Hi, I'm Jaya. I'm the voice lead and core voice engineer with Infinas Telecom in Bahrain. And this is my first time with Toastmasters, and I'm very happy to join. I have heard records of Anis Rahman in field of Microsoft. Uh, so glad to meet Anis as well here in Toastmasters. So thank you for accepting me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaya. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And we make sure, like, you members, guests can join us as members very soon. Next in agenda, we have the induction of the only member. We have two members who have joined us within this month, with the very start new year. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Jay. So the induction would be like,
You have to raise the hand and his experience. I'm also having experience. We have to raise the hand. Yeah, you can start the procedure as per the.
okay. It is a customary for that. Okay, I think that is this thing. Fellow Toastmasters, right? Yeah, okay. Script coming out of it, guys.
Yeah, today he is the first time as a DPM and he's doing a player of. First time he's doing induction in front of two DPMs. I was also DPM incorporator and okay, carry on.
Okay. Fellow Toastmasters, it is now our duty and privilege to induct. Should I say Toastmaster Jay or
No,
Mr. Jay, new member into the Bahrain IT Professional Toastmaster Club. It is an important occasion both for the new members and for our club. These individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership. And now we have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve. I will now call our new member forward to ask him to join me at the stage. Here, over here. Please withhold your applause and give the all right, you need to raise your hand. Okay. Right hand. No. Yeah, you'll be bouncing that. No, you'll be paying us on. Jay, you're joining a worldwide organization that has helped more than 4 million people learning to communicate more effectively. As member of Toastmasters Club, that is Bahrain IT Professional Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become a part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to help one another in the spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Now, I'm sure the president has this new member given opportunity to discuss their needs and goals. Have you shared their needs and goals?
Yet, I have.
Okay, okay. So definitely we'll put it on hold as of now, but again, definitely will not stop you from your self-learning path. All right. Definitely they'll be having a mentor, right? And the mentor has been assigned. Also, we have an experienced member, the president himself, like mentoring you. The president is going to be mine. Would Toastmasters please stand up?
No, first you. No, that's not.
Should I say? Okay. No, I'll be reading the answer.
It's like we signing the quote and pledge.
Should I raise my hand?
No.
Oh, let's see. Okay. Okay. So I'll read this for you because it is signed. Okay. I, Jai Krishnan, in the presence of my fellow members of Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club.
So he also need to pledge.
And I think, yeah.
The first line.
No, you have to say.
Okay.
Okay, I'll repeat it.
Okay.
You said.
The first line is the
Okay. Yeah.
So I, Jay Krishnan, in the presence of my fellow members of BITP Toastmasters Club, make this firm obligation to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment. To apply myself to the project outlined in the Toastmasters education program, to participate actively in club activities, to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner, to build open, friendly relationship with my fellow members, and to bring other new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefit of the Toastmasters.
Would all club members please stand up and repeat your pledge to this new member? We the member,
Only club members.
only club members. We the member of Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club pledge to support you and your quest to self-development, to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations, to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere, to give you opportunities to help others, and to make your Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience. Sorry, it's not experiment, experience. We do great. Thank you, gentlemen. Please have a seat and welcome abroad. So there's no way we can let go of the new member alone, right? I mean, definitely he's now onboarded, and then it's now to introduce his evaluator, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, to tell us what is the purpose of his speech, his very first speech, and how exactly he can move forward. Toastmaster Viqar, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. The member, for the first time, he is doing his icebreaker speech. The purpose of statement icebreaker to member introduced to the club. I hope he can make inspired to understand what he is, and we would like to see his best icebreaker speech. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Welcoming.
No, just wait, if you will introduce to me.
Okay, sure.
Please come.
Start with the name.
Okay. Toastmaster Jai Krishnan has been in the field of sales almost like 15 years now. I mean, and he's definitely is a go-getter. And his also speech title is Go-Getter, and his first speech as icebreaker. Welcoming Toastmaster Jai for his first speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anish, and the pleasure is mine. Good evening, Toastmaster. Just a quick introduction. My name is Jai Krishnan, and I was born in Madras, Chennai. My family, it's a joint family. I'm the last kid in my family. You can't imagine I'm the 8th kid in my family. So my dad decided to stop because I was really naughty when I was young. And the reason why I'm here today, I really like to be a public speaker. I've done a lot of presentations by saying that I haven't been into public speaking, and I really like to be a public speaker. In today's icebreaker speech, I would like to categorize my life into 4 chapters. Chapter 1. Yeah, so chapter 1, the outstanding kid. Wait a minute. So, is it okay to talk? Yeah. Okay. So chapter 1, the outstanding kid. So as an outstanding kid, I mean the other way around. I was always very naughty in the school time, and I was standing out of the class. So my dad, he had grudge on me. He put me in boys' school, which really demotivated me to study in boys' school. By saying that, I was very known in the school for non-performer. To an extent where there were 180 students studying in 10th standard. One student failed, and the principal asked, "Was it Jai Krishnan?" I was really a bad student. By saying that, my dad, he wanted to motivate me. He knows I'm a go-getter. He said, if I pass my 10th standard, he's going to get me a bike. So I really gave myself 100%, and I passed in my first class. So that was my achievement, being a poor student.
and getting into first class 10th standard. In my 11th standard, as you know, most of the Indian families, they determine what the kids have to study. I was studying. I was put into a biology group where I had no idea about the education of the subject. So my parents want me to be a doctor, knowing that I'm opposed to it. So I did my best and I passed my 12th standard. Then I moved. Now I'm going to talk about and now I'm going to talk about chapter 2. Chapter 1 is done. I'm going to talk
Yeah.
So now I'm going to talk about chapter 2. From notorious to reality. My brother is a doctor. I did my bachelor's in computer science. From biology to so my brother, the moment he finishes medicine, he moved to UK, and my family, they also moved to UK, and I was the only one left in India. So as a college kid, being alone with I get pocket money every month, spending too much, not going to college. Again, it's a fun time, I would say, not realistic. By saying that, during my final semester, I had 13 arrears. My motivation there was I want to move to the UK to do my master's. So then I gave my best. The last semester, I cleared all my 13 arrears. Then I moved to the UK. I did a couple of masters in the UK. So in a nutshell, I was very notorious in my college time, and I did my best, motivated myself to move to the UK. So chapter 3, my professional life. So my professional life back in the UK, I've applied for almost 200 jobs while studying in my university. So life is not easy in the UK. So when I applied for 200 jobs, I got only one offer who gave me an opportunity to work in a restaurant. I didn't want to be a burden with my family, to my family. So I decided, okay, let me go work in a restaurant. I worked for a couple of days. It's not kind of work for me. So I decided not to continue my job. Then I went back to my family and I said, I want to do something on my own. So I gave my best in masters. I completed my masters and I got the trust from my family. So they invested in a small shop in the UK for me. So they invested in a small shop for me. So I was successful in what I was doing. Like I did the break in a few months. The business plan was right and everything was right. So the professional life, I really did my best to scale up my business. By saying that, what is next? Being an Indian, what am I going to do in India? So we decided, me and my brother, Dr. Javier, we decided to start something in India. So I went to India to start a restaurant in India, which I had a different domain altogether. So it was almost a year we run a restaurant in India, and it was quite good experience for me. We decided I want to go back to the UK because I was spending a lot of time in India. So we sold the restaurant and I went back to the UK. So I was thinking what should I do being an Indian? Because restaurant, I thought we will have a lot of other branches. And it struck my head, being an Indian, if I'm not in IT, then I'm doing some mistake. So I forced to get myself into IT. So I was thinking, how should I be successful in IT business? So I got into an tier 1 IT company in India. So got into business development, and I learned the meanings of business there. I spent almost a year understanding how the business works, the business terminologies and everything. Then I invested in myself. I started a company called UrbanSoft. I'm one of the co-founder of UrbanSoft, which is one of the leading companies here in Bahrain. Then I decided what next I have to do. I have to get married, of course, yes. So chapter 4 is it's my family life. So I got married 2019, and I had an opportunity to move to Finland. So I took my wife to Finland. We spent almost a few years there, and we were not happy with the life there because we as Indians, I as an Indian, I'm an outgoing person. I like to meet a lot of people. Finland is a cold
country and cold people. So I decided that's not my kind of country to live in. So me and my wife, we decided, fine, let's come back to Bahrain because people are really welcoming here and we have some success stories in Bahrain. So I decided to come back with my family to Bahrain, and that's where we are now. All right, thank you. That's it for myself. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay. Definitely an icebreaker speech. Worth listening again and again. Next, we have an experienced speaker, the speaker who I have worked with closely with a previous organization, a speaker who's always been an inspiration when it comes to IT technology. Now I welcome before the speaker, the evaluator, another key champion, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, to let us know the speech objective and his expectation on this speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Day. So Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and my speaker, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin in particular. The purpose of the speech is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. In short, the purpose of the speech is to inspire others. So the speaker is going to make a fabulous attempt to inspire the audience here. This is an elective from level 1. I wish all the best to the speaker, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham. Welcoming Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin for his speech. How Lotus changed his life. Toastmaster Mohammed.
Sorry for interruption. Toastmasters of the day, Toastmasters Anisur Rahman. Will you let me know that this is speech is the 5 to 7 minute or 4 to 6 minute?
When I was 11 years old, I was in the school and I came back home and I heard the shocking news. My father fell down from a 2-story building scaffolding, right, to the floor, and his spine was hurt. And at that time, the life was stopped for a moment. And during that period, we decided that my father became paralyzed and he couldn't walk. So he has to be wheelchaired all the time. So from that time, my brothers and myself were thinking of how to finance our family and to finance ourselves. So I started working during the summer periods and washing cars and selling the newspaper and carrying goods in Central Market in Manama, where I used to live close by, Naim area. So that was until I reached the grade of 12. Now it's time to decide where is my pathway is going to be. And at that moment, we've decided, okay, going to the university requires, if I have to choose a path, it requires to be financed. So I've decided to accept any scholarship that I could have in order for me to get to the university and pursue my career. So luckily, I've got a scholarship of general education where we teach students from year 1 to year 3, all the subjects, a full day class with the same students for 3 years until they grow 3 years and then they move to the other. So we teach them Arabic, English, math, all the subjects. Yeah. So the first semester came and in the University of Bahrain, and I had in addition to the education subject, the math, the English, and guess what? A computer science subject. Now, during the first semester in the computer science subject, they teach us DOS as operating system. They teach us spreadsheets and Word documents, how to write a document. At that time, there was no Microsoft Word, there were no Windows, there were no, I'm sure, new generation or whoever used computer in a later stage, they didn't hear about Lotus 1, 2, 3. Did anyone hear about Lotus 1, 2, 3? Ah, you are old enough. Okay, we've got 2, 3, great. Okay, Now that's where the notice came from. Now, during the subject of computer science, in my class, there were 22 ladies and 2 boys. That class, because it's teaching general student, general teaching, more ladies are going to the class than to that career path than boys. So when the teacher started teaching, I listened to him, I practice while he speak, and by the time he write any exercise or assignment, I just immediately write it down, solve it. By the time he finishes the explaining the exercise, I announce, teacher, I finished. Can I go? And I'm not sure whether it's a punishment or an award. The teacher asked me to stop, stay in the class, assist all the others how to finish their exercise. So one day during that semester, I've decided, is this the path that I would like to go for? Am I gonna be a teacher for the rest of my life, teaching kids, 30 kids or 20 kids in a class for a period, for the rest of my life, just because of a scholarship? So I've decided from that moment, with all respect to the teachers, of course, I've decided at that moment to give up the scholarship and pursue my career. And I've decided to go to computer science studies. So I've started computer science, changed all my subjects, focused on computer science, and to finance that, I had to work in the university workshop at that time, where we sell books to all the students during the beginning of every semester, and that helped in financing myself. And at the same time, I was the online inventory software that knows each and every book for each and every subject, and I can locate it from any room or any shelf, and I could know the quantities that remains and the books that are not available. And that helped me a lot in knowing the subject itself. And I read a lot of books in the spare times as well. In addition to that, I've worked in the library as well. So my advice and the moral of this story is follow your passion, follow what you love, follow your lotus. And that's, I think, the idea of my daughter is to distribute the lotus that you mentioned at the beginning of the story. I think you won't get anyone online. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahmood. Was it not inspiring? Never give up on your dreams, irrespective of the situation, and never give up on the sweets, especially in physical meets. So people who missed out on the physical meet, please Google Lotus and you can have the virtual one. Next, going to the agenda, we have the impromptu speak. Now, what is impromptu speak, if you could say? Well, let's say today you meet your dream star, an actor, an actress, right in front of you. What will you communicate? How will you communicate? And what is the message you want to convey? To give more briefing on the impromptu speech, I welcome Toastmaster Shafiq. Toastmaster Shafiq, over to you for the next session.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, the foremost Eid Mubarak long. In Toastmaster meeting, table talking session is supposed to be the most famous session. That's what so-called famous session. But take it from me. This is one particular discipline which makes you a great speaker. And out of of my personal experience. I've been in Toastmasters since 2013, and believe me, I'm a member of a corporate club. Just because of this session, I have skipped most of my meetings. Just because I'm scared of being targeted by the table topic master. But one fine day, one of my colleagues said that this is something which will enhance your speaking skills. This will make you a good speaker. And from then on, I have taken up this as a challenge. And Alhamdulillah, consecutively from there on, I have been the best speaker in my club, and I have represented Indian regions. So that is the kind of that's the beauty of being targeted by a table topic master. And today, I am playing the role of a table topic master, and I have come up with few topics. Before going into that, I would like to tell two things. It's easy to accept things whenever somebody instructs you within the course, whoever gives you an advice. It's easy to accept, but it's very hard to say no. It's very hard and it's very difficult because we are carried out with the situation. In table topic session, when you are presenting your club in the contest, for example, you come across a situation where something it becomes embarrassing when something goes wrong. In the sense, if the table topic master reads the topic and you don't understand it, you don't have to carry it away with the situation because you are in the contest, you are representing a club, but you don't have to really. You can very well say no, I did not understand the topic, or whatever reason it is, but be specific in whatever reason. Like say, if you did not understand the topic, tell them that you did not understand the topic, it's your problem. If it is not audible, or say the pronunciation of the table topic master is not clear, then you can very well say that it's their problem, which organizers have to look into. You have to be very specific on that. It really needs the courage to stand up in front of a crowd and tell them the fact. You have to be brutally honest. And what will happen? At the max, you will lose the contest, you will be disqualified, but you will be honest to yourself. Right? So thank you very much. And with that, we will move on with the topics. So I'll be randomly, I have got some 10 topics. I'll not be targeting all 10 here. So let's see, it's all depends on your luck, which one you are going to pick up. So most of people, I really don't know the name, I apologize for that. But I will definitely come in front of you to pick up a topic and you will have to comment here. And I'm not going to spare even people online publicity. So let's start. Let me start from here. It's not like that. I have to randomly pick up. You like to pick up one? That will be your topic. You can come. No, I will read it for you. You can just come.
Table topic master, please announce the name of the speaker. Table topic master. Table
Great.
topic master.
The topic for you is what according to you is success. I repeat the topic. What according to you is success? Whatever. No, it's just the opinion. It's just the opinion.
Yeah, timer is raising the hand. We'll ask him what to say.
Table topic master, please speaker name. Name of the speaker. Name of the speaker. Am I not audible to you?
Oh, okay, it's on me.
Maybe he has started the timer.
Toastmaster Dinesh Timer wants to know the name of the speaker.
You just tell your name and then you can comment on the topic.
My name is Kaushal. So, sorry guys, but I'm not able to speak. I don't know how to.
No. You see what is success for you.
We are here to listen to your views. That's it. Anything. You can tell anything.
The things which we have dreamed
and we got it. I think that is fulfilled. So, thank you.
Thank you. Great. And the next target would be what? Somewhere I will Rabi Amala. Let me see how lucky you are.
No checks.
The topic you have chosen for yourself is the more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. I repeat the topic. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Over to you.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Still, it's a big question. You have to understand this very logically. Well, there is a lot to celebrate in life, and life gives so many opportunities us to celebrate. Like now, we are here in Eid holidays to celebrate our hybrid meeting. Here, the most important thing is you forget about what you are learning and what you are going to get from here. You are not going to have good biryanis here on behalf of Eid. But the thing is, you will learn something new, which will help in your careers or any part of your life. At the same time, what is the second one? Sorry, life. At the same time, okay, I'll continue. At the same time, you learn so many things. Life will teach you something, and at the same time, you will learn something from your personal life. This will make you lead a very good, meaningful, successful life. Thank you.
Yes. Eagerly waiting for.
I'll take the first one.
So yeah, the topic you have chosen for yourself is what are you good at and love to teach others?
Okay.
What are you good at and love to teach others?
Okay.
It's your time.
Okay. Thank you for this topic. It's a very well-known topic for me. I used to be a professional bowler. I was representing my state. I'm from Tamil Nadu, basically. So I was trained in Malaysia for a few years, like when I was in my college time. So I'm good at bowling, and the achievement what I've done was 13th rank all over India, representing my state. So I like to train people on how to bowl. It's my passion to bowl. By saying that, like almost a decade, I stopped bowling because my professional life demands a lot of my time. So that's what I love to train people. That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Probably is getting squeezed now. Now, for your topic for you is, if you're famous today, what would you like to be famous for? if you were famous today, what you would like to be famous for?
Good evening, everybody. What does fame mean? I believe the word fame may mean different things to different people. For me, being from the fairer sex, fame may mean having beauty and thereby being famous as a beauty queen. Or if not beautiful, then maybe known for some of my works, say some for my literary works or for my artistic works. So fame can mean different for different people. Now, if I am asked, what will I like to be remembered if I am famous, I will definitely want to be known for the work I do. And when I say the work I do, it will be with reference to how I'm able to help people. Like I'm in Toastmasters now. I get calls almost every day to help people in their speeches, to help getting role players, and I have been able to do them to the best of my abilities. And I believe somewhere I get mentioned for being able to do that service. And if that means fame to me, I am more than happy about it.
Can I pick somebody from virtual online?
Yes.
How will they pick? On their behalf, somebody has to pick here. Mr. Sadiq Amin, do I have the privilege? Mr. Sadiq Amin?
Yes, I'm here.
Sadiq, I have 6 topics in my hand. So you can just choose from 1 to 6. I'll pick it for you and read it.
I don't know which one to choose. I mean,
From
I
1 to
literally
6. I
cannot
mean,
see
nobody
anything.
knows here. Even I don't know.
How about the fifth?
Fifth
5.
one. 5. From my, I'll take the 5th English version.
Yeah.
Fine, Sadiq. The topic for you is. Are you audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, I mean, it's audible. It's just that the it's a closed room, so the voice kind of echoes. But yeah, I think I can focus and listen to it.
Okay, I'll try to a little bit reduce my voice. The topic goes like this: are kids more intelligent than elders? I repeat the topic: are kids more intelligent than elders? Your time starts now.
It all starts from me being a kid. Since I've been a kid, I was always interested to learn about computers. That's the time when I started getting into the retro games during my time. And it was one of my friends' advice that we slowly got into coding of those retro games. We got into the source codes and all of that, and we started slowly making our own games. Yeah, so that kind of helped us to gather a lot of intelligence and knowledge in knowing how the architecture of the games actually work. So when I learned that, I was ever been interested in computers, to learn about computers. So I started my own to actually learn about computers. And right now, when I've been actually having kids on my own, okay, I don't want to actually fuss them with making them to learn about computers. I want to be generic over here and let them actually choose. Let them choose what they actually want to do, instead of me giving them ideas about making them what to actually learn, literally. So yeah, it's all about the point over here is that you can have an intelligence which you have cultivated from the beginning, yeah, but it is not necessary that you need to have the same amount of intelligence to your children. So let them actually be what they want to be. Let them be themselves. and we have to actually give the space. So it is all about giving them the space so they can actually be what they want to be at the end of the day. Yeah, so this is all about it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. You're done?
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Great. I
Table topic master.
If I don't target people who call me, who invited me to this club, and I'm not going to randomly pick up, it's going to be Viqaruddin, definitely. Viqaruddin, it's fine.
Table topic master,
Dinesh.
sorry for interruption. Table topic master.
Table topic master.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
you can wind up by this last topic.
Yeah, this will be the last one.
Thank you.
We
Thank
have
you.
one more. Any more? The younger one. The younger one, the little one.
One more.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
This is good. Okay. Mr. Viqaruddin, the topic for you is to work smart, you need to work hard. I repeat the topic. To work smart, you need to work hard.
Thank you, table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The topic, what I got exactly, it is happening to me with Toastmaster Santosh Abraham. He is watching me as a Toastmasters. I am doing smart as well as hard work in Toastmasters, but I need to be improved more on my professional and personal life, which can help the other Toastmasters and the guest. The hard work means for me not to do the hard things normally you can find like laborers or others. You need to be a smart one. The things to be happen in a workflow, and most of the time I will try to make the work to be do in the autopilot mode, which I was speaking to our VP education. So our Toastmasters Club, we need to make in a autopilot mode. That means everybody, they have to come by themselves. Like we have example here, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin and Toastmaster Jay, they are coming by themselves, showing their interest to be a part of this meeting as physical and we arrange, as well as our Toastmaster of the day, TM Mohammed. And thanks to everyone who joined with us. And thanks to the volunteer who came and the guest for us, we need to be Toastmaster. And I hope the work to be do, not hard, to do the smart work. That's it from my side. And over to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Timer, it will be one last topic. I would like to call our end guest of the meeting. So with your permission, master. Fine. Okay. Yes. I'm just taking out two topics and you will Great.
Name of the speaker, please.
What's your good name?
Name of the speaker, please.
Fatima. Fatima, the table topic given to you here is what you have learned about relationship from your parents. I repeat the topic, what you have learned about relationship from your parents.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Fatima, and so what I've learned about relationship from my parents is that I learned that I have to have a good relationship with people. So maybe in the future we will need to have something to do with that person. So if I have a bad relationship with someone now, and then maybe in the future I'm gonna need them, and then I won't be able to because they would think that I'm a bad person because I wasn't nice to them in the start. So yeah, I just think you have to have a good relationship with everyone and be nice to people.
Great, thank you all. Thank you very much. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for accepting my call and committing on the topics. It's really great to hear from all of you. Thank you so much. All and thanks to Toastmasters.
Thank you so much. Topic master.
Was it not exciting? Giving opportunity to all the members to bring out their ideas and reviews. And definitely, Fatima, you have a great future. And definitely, those are the ethics we all follow. Relationships matter, right? Ethics. Inshallah, inshallah. She's running. Yeah, inshallah. We look forward for it, Fatima. Next, we are having our club business session. To quickly run through the club business session, inviting President, topic master, but Toastmaster, Viqaruddin.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Anis. So this is our first meeting for this term. So discussing the business, our all club officers, they are on vacation. So only 2 officers are available here, which is Toastmaster Anis and myself. So we are working on BCP goals as well as the district goals to achieve like how we did early last year by December 2020. So this time also we are trying to achieve our BCP goal by December itself. And this time we are targeting our new speakers to reach to the highest level. And we have Toastmaster Santosh Abraham and as well as Mr. Jay. Now Toastmaster Jay and our experienced Toastmaster charter member Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, and we have Toastmaster Anis. And our target is very simple and easy. We will achieve our goals educational by December, and we will try to achieve our membership goal by December. And we are trying to achieve as per the awards, which we are doing our efforts, as the table topics master is mentioned, do the smart work. So we are doing it smartly. We have 3 membership goal for quarterly. So we'll achieve 5, 5, 5, which is 15 membership. And the educational goal as per the member. And we have to congratulate to our Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin. He has not submitted. Last time he's completed 2 levels. And this time he's submitting. So we will getting early 2 goals from him. Today we will do that honor. And with that, I will not take much time. And next time we will do more on business session. That's it from my side. And back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, President, for the quick brief on the business session. Well, all good things have to come to an end. And now we introduce our evaluator. The magic is here. Evaluating the entire session with 17 years away from India and making Bahrain a second home. Welcoming Toastmaster Maya.
Good evening, everybody. Once again, it's time for general evaluation. Before I go ahead, let me know the time taken for the prepared speeches and table topic from the timer. Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh, are you able to hear me?
Yes, please. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Jay Krishnan, icebreaker, he took the 7 minute 2 second. Second speaker, Toastmaster Mahmoud Al Adraj, he took the 6 minutes 16 second. Also, would like to read out for the table topic?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. First speaker, Toastmaster RBB, the guest, Kausar, only 10 second. Next one, Toastmaster our guest Ravi, 1 minute 21 second. Next, Toastmaster Jay Krishnan, 33 second. Next, General Evaluator yourself, 1 minute 18 second. Next, Sadiq Amin, 1 minute 54 second. Next, President Mohammed Viqaruddin, 1 minute 44 second. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Fatima, 41 second. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. How do you go ahead with the polls for the best speaker and nothing to do. Okay. I will now call upon the first evaluator, who is Toastmaster Toastmaster Viqaruddin to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Jane.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
My speaker, Toastmaster Jay, delivered his wonderful speech. I may not say he is doing his icebreaker speech. It's like a fluent speaker in front of our Toastmasters, but he is delivered his speech very wonderfully prepared, and he has shown his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages. One more stage to become, and later he will show and will know about him. I really inspired from his speech. He has made like a, normally we listen like a keynote speech. This is wonderfully done by Toastmaster Jay. So all the audience, all the guests and the member to give a huge round of applause for him for his wonderful speech. It's looking like he's a seasoned Toastmaster speaker. He's using the way which normally Toastmaster will speak. He is speaking, opening, body, and the things, how he's flowing, awesome. We need to give another round of applause for Toastmaster Jay for his wonderful speech. Now, being a Toastmaster, what we do, we need to make our speeches start from opening, the body, and the conclusion. What I recommend for you, you need to make yourself to make a proper conclusion, which was like conclusion means you go with the start, brief about what you said, and make the conclude and give the message what audience wants to share and they want to connect with you. That part, if you can add in your speech, will be much more better. Already you are an excellent speaker in my view. And the second recommendation, you need to go and watch here. Exactly, we need to time to be, we have to see. Like here, the timer is watching for us, yellow and red. So red means you need to conclude your speech. So that means we have to control our time, not the unlimited. This is what I recommend for you. And the third recommendation, I believe you will be a great speaker and great asset for Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club. Will give our club to the next level because of your speakers. With that, I will conclude my speech. Very wonderful speech done by our speaker, and I hope he will follow the recommendation. With that, back to you, our general evaluator.
That was an apt evaluation by Toastmaster Viqaruddin, and we did not absolutely feel that this was your first speech, considering the comfort level you had. And in spite of so many disturbances around you also, you continued. So that is a huge plus point. The only recommendation, one more recommendation that I would like to add is maybe you can practice the speech a little bit more by interacting with your partners so that you can get his ideas, his viewpoints, incorporate them, and you can be even a much better speaker.
Oh, sure. Thank you for the feedback.
Let me now invite the second evaluator for the day. He's Toastmaster Santosh, who will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Mohammed.
Thank you, Madam General Manager, and fellow Toastmasters and my speaker in particular. How water has changed my life. What an interesting topic. I was actually quite confused. What would be the topic? How can a flower change a life? And in my second opinion, I was thinking, was he a BJP fan? When he said in 1984, I was Googling 1984, who ruled India? Was it Congress or BJP? So suddenly when he moved out all into his personal life, the tragedy that he had. And I would say that the speaker had excellent confidence. The flow of words were so uninterrupted. He didn't have any jerks anywhere. He was speaking from the heart. And that's something great of a good speaker. And I could also say that, we also see he made an effort to look at people and maintain eye contact, not just like a robot, just for the sake of it. He was actually speaking to people. And one thing I said is that he had natural gestures. He was not playing breakdance just for the sake of showing a body language, but he had the gestures that came along with the speech. That's actually a quality of a great speaker. We all know Mohammed al-Abadaji. He's done presentations. He's a wonderful speaker. And I could say that, he inspired us with his contents, the hard work that he's put across, the perseverance, and the final message was what? What is the final message? Follow your passions. I have some recommendations, knowing that Mohammed Toastmaster Mahmood is a wonderful speaker. He can definitely improve a lot on many aspects. First and foremost is the way he started off. I feel that those gestures could have had some vocal variety, especially when you spoke about your personal tragedy, and that emotions could have come in. My father met with an accident. He fell down and he broke his knee. So, you can take the people to the scene when you talk with that voice modulation. And, pauses could really magnify your speeches. I could see you going, you will meeting 6 after 6 after 6, pause for a minute. That then when you take on, people know the impact of your next sentence. And I would say inspire us more, because you just spoke for 6 minutes, 60 seconds, where I would say that the best part of it is that, a little more practice would have organized your speech very well, because you have the contents. And I believe that the ending could have come with a little more punch, because the ending is where people carry your message across. Especially when you said, at the ending, I would have probably thought that you said, a lotus that inspired me. Only later we know it was spreadsheet. Inspired me is no more, but I leave you with a lotus that you can eat. Toastmaster Day, please take it. And I conclude and allow me to distribute it to everybody else. So you have a comic ending to overall great flow of words, a great speaker in the making, wonderful confidence that you have. You can improve on your emotions, you can improve on your voice modulations a bit. You have the way ahead. The world is open for you. Thank you. And back to you.
That was an apt evaluation again, and as Toastmaster Santosh pointed out, a little bit of more practice and you will be a fab speaker. Now let me get into the role players. Starting, I could see many role players doing multi-roles today. So multitasking probably was the order of the day. Well, I can understand a few absence and a few misses here and there. Let me begin with the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal, who also doubled up as a timer. Well, he went on to explain all the housekeeping rules very well. And I will come to his timer role a bit later. And then he went on to, he passed on the baton to the President, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. Toastmaster Viqaruddin introduced the guests very well, and he gave the message of the theme, which is meet and greet, and connected it with Eid ul Adha. Now here I have a point to suggest, and that is, before you begin your presidential address, it will be in the business to ask if there is a change in the agenda. Because when you announce a change in the agenda initial itself, everyone knows what are the changes. Because I believe after your presidential address, you talked about the changes. So then it might become a bit difficult to connect with what are the changes. So first announce what are the changes in the agenda and then begin with your presidential address. And also after your presidential address, maybe you could have talked a bit about the history of the club. History about Bahrain IT Professionals, and you could have also given a little bit of detail about the Toastmaster movement, because we have so many guests today. They will definitely like to know what this movement is about, when it got started, and how the different various Toastmaster clubs are following it. So a brief history about the club and a brief history about the movement will enlighten them. Coming to the business session, you conducted the business session very well. You took up all the roles today, and I'm sure that As the meetings proceed, you will have a detailed business session, which is absolutely fine. Then you pass on the baton to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anis Rahman. Well, he also absolutely started off well, and he went on to introduce the guests who joined a bit late in the meeting, and that is how it should be, because guests can join at different points of time. So we definitely need to consider their presence, welcome them. That was an apt point noted by you. And induction of the new members was also done according to the protocol. You then went on to introduce the speakers and the evaluators. Well, definitely the evaluator is introduced first, followed by the speaker. That was done exactly correct. And then you passed on the baton to the Toastmaster, the table topic master. The table topic master had his own unique way of introducing the session, because normally I hear the typical words like table topic session is an off-the-cuff session, impromptu session, but you chose to give a personal story, which was absolutely nice and something very different from the normal introductions I hear. And absolutely nice way of conducting the session, wherein you gave a contest feel, having the envelopes in your hand and asking the speakers to choose from it. So that was really a novel way. Something interesting was introduced. So let's give a big round of applause to our table topic. Well, we have to ask for the time taken by the evaluators, right? Toastmaster Dinesh?
That is all.
You can,
Yeah. Let us know the time taken by the evaluators.
Yes, general evaluator, Toastmasters Maya Sharma. First evaluator, Mohammed Viqaruddin, took the 3 minutes, 16 seconds. And evaluator 2, Toastmasters Abraham Santosh, 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh, who was also the timer for the day, explained the timing criteria well for all the speech categories. He also emphasized when the different color lights will be on for the different type of speeches. Well, that is how it should be, especially for the and I'm happy that he was also making a note of the time taken for each session. That is why he prompted during the table topic session that it should be ended in due course. And that is one definite way of ensuring that the meeting ends on time. So let us give a big round of applause to our timer. And in spite of the physical distance, he did maintain those bonds beyond borders, I should say. And I believe I have covered all the points. Let me just check. One point of improvement that I may suggest in case of table topic session, especially like I could see one of the guests feeling a bit uncomfortable to talk, but maybe before the session, you can check with the guests if they will like to speak. There are some who may be willing to speak, some may have hesitation. They may first want to watch and then go ahead. So if you get a chance to do that, it will be better. So then the guests are comfortable, because I have seen a few clubs where guests kind of feel enforced to speak. Now there can be a scare factor there. So we want to have our guests at ease, relax and enjoy. So maybe you can just keep this point in mind. And now let me invite our grammarian and our counter for his report. Yes.
What's the take now in his speech? 21 times, so 11 times, and 3 times, and it's 1 time, and 2 times. So second speaker, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, 7 times, 2 times, so 3 times, the repeated 1 time. And yes, Sadiq Amin, during the speech, 12 times, 4 times, and 2 times. general evaluator, which is used 6 times and 2 times. The speaker, she used 1 time. During tabletop, I used half. This is what I
But how did you do that? In your table topic session, how could you make a note of that? It may be more.
It's like developing myself that I could
That's just kidding.
Word of the day, which is very easy, welcome, but hardly I couldn't found anyone using the word of the day, which is very familiar word, but no one used this word.
Okay. I understand that. One way by which you can make speakers use the word of the day is by pinning up the word of the day in front. Like say you can use this board. You can take a print of the word of the day and put it here. So that it's like they say no, out of sight is out of mind. You had announced it before the education session, but when it is in sight, it will be used more. So maybe from the next meeting, you can do that. 1 or 2 printouts, one can be displayed here, one can be displayed wherein everyone can see. So the word will be automatically used. Yes. Grammarian, I must say that he explained the word of the day well with the meaning and with an example. The R counter details were also explained very well. And as far as this report is concerned, an exhaustive report. I mean, he's a very good listener, I should say, because when you are the grammarian and R counter, you may really not be able to enjoy what is going on around, because the concentration should be more on hearing what the role players and speakers do. So that is a commendable job. Let's give him a break. Well, I enjoyed being with you all today, and I'm sure that you also would have enjoyed my company. And with that, I hand it back to our Toastmaster of the day.
For your time, for your speech, for your table topic speech, definitely, and for your evaluation, definitely something to learn, of course. Well, with that, we come to the ending session, and I invite our President Viqar, Toastmaster Viqar, to do the closure. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for such a professional and wonderful, as usual, closing the meeting. I do really appreciate for your efforts and time which you have given for the club. And that is the enthusiasm for our club. Thank you, everyone. Before that, I would like to know from the guest, how did you enjoy the meeting so far? You give me your feedback. He's our member, but I would want to know first your feedback about today's meeting.
Today's meeting, it was how do I explain it? It was my icebreaker, and I didn't expect this to be nervous. Like I was kind of shaky at the beginning, but I really enjoyed it. This is a stepping stone for me to go to the next step. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is the second Toastmasters Club I attend the meetings, so it was really fun, and the people here are funny too. So I enjoyed my time.
She will be our next YLP student. So which is starting our next week. We will make announcement later. Now we'd like to know already we received our general evaluator, but still she is the guest. We want to know from your one sentence about today's meeting.
I enjoyed, and I hope you all also enjoyed.
And next.
Yeah, good is the time. This is the first time, so actually we as good first time is me. First time, but very enjoyable, and we will get more ideas about this.
Good.
I learned first time.
Mr. Paras.
First of all,
all, I would like to thank you, Mr. Lakar, to invite me as a guest for this. I really appreciated your support and your call and your time, and really enjoyed this session. And it's a very good learning platform. Thank you very much for it. Yes, thank you for inviting me today. I also enjoy a lot here. And I come to know that one Toastmasters a platform to learning and improve the skills who needed in the professionalism in the life. Thank you. So we need to give the last of our, the way I started in Toastmaster, as well as we have another called Eloquent Leaders, and he is the president over there, as well as or my mentor or the guidance always is giving. Toastmaster Shafiq, your feedback.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. It's really great to be here. First of all, I'm a little bit scary with techie people. So when I was invited by IT Professionals Toastmasters, I was just a little bit hesitant, but immediately I said, okay, fine, I'll attend. But when I stepped in, by seeing all your smiling faces, I was really comfortable. And I felt very comfortable in being amongst you all. And the way the meeting is conducted, in spite of Viqaruddin and Mr. Rahman, they don't have very short maintenance time, but they really do respect about the protocol of conducting a meeting. That was really amazing, and I wish you all the very best to all of your members to keep this momentum intact. And I wish you all the best for growing and achieving more success and taking this club to highest level. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we have online guest to be Toastmaster Sadiq. Are you with us?
Yes.
Your feedback.
Did you say Sadiq Amin?
Yes, Sadiq, I mean, it's you.
Okay, sorry, I think I lost you there. So, yeah, so overall it was a very good session. I really enjoyed it from the beginning. I think I'm getting gist of it, and I believe the one thing what we could actually do is we should make it more interactive, put all the possible energy inside it, and make sure that this never slips out of the way. This has to be energized more.
Thank you for your feedback. And with that, I would like to take this opportunity. Thank you everyone who participated for tonight meeting, fellow Toastmasters, fellow guests. Alone I cannot do, together we can do too many things. This is the best example which we are doing over here. I would like to express my gratitude to all role players, which is Toastmaster Ravi Pulamala, who has taken dual role. We have to give a huge round of applause for him. And not the least, first we need to give as a guest as well as the dual role which he has taken to be DTM, and we call him DTM, that is Dynamic Toastmasters, or we can say Dedicated Toastmasters. He is the one, Toastmaster Dinesh. Can I have your few words, please?
Thank you, President Toastmasters Mohammed Viqaruddin, for giving me this privilege to be Sergeant at Arms and timer of your first meeting. So really, it was a pleasure to me. President Toastmasters Viqaruddin, meeting has been conducted very professional way, and especially the General Evaluator, Toastmasters of the Day, and Table Topic Master all performed their role accordingly the norms of the Toastmasters International. Saying the improvement, the point, it will be like I am trying to show the candle to the moon, because as General Evaluator, everything explained, and strongly I second the statement of the General Evaluator for the Table Topic Master. As I know, he is the Toastmaster Javed Safiq, seasoned Toastmaster, but once our guests are the new, very first time attempting the floor, as we know, we seasoned Toastmasters also, when comes the turn, the table topic, I try to switch off my camera. So give the topic to convenient for the, them only, or take the topic, choose the topic from them. How you can choose the topic from them? Invite the speaker and Take any article he has with him, like a pen, like a purse, like his ID card, and ask him how much it is the important for you and what is the advantage and disadvantage of this article for you. So I think every speaker new will be able to spoke some words because they are hesitate and some try to 10 second and to 30 second. Another, I think, regarding you, this the name of the club is the IT Professional Toastmasters Club. So again, if I say idea of the improvement, it will be same thing will be I trying to candle to show the moon. But for hybrid meeting, you use the two extra device, one for the audience, one for the speaker, and another you have the I think the moderating the laptop to connecting your screen. It was the very good idea. Remaining points, considering the time, I will forward you personally. Thank you and over to you.
Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Paul, he is very known to District 20, giving his critical feedback. Always, he will not hesitate. He share his feedback with all Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Paul, for your feedback, and we will take consideration to improve our meeting. That is the beauty of Toastmasters. They never say something wrong or something you have not done. They ask you to improve. So this is how we are learning in Toastmasters. So with that, I will not take much time. So I would like to a special thanks to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Maya Sharma, and she was also immediate district, area director, immediate past area director who accepted the role as a general evaluator. And thanks for your feedback. I hope we will improve our upcoming meeting. And now we have our immediate past president, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, who was also came with us and give me motivation to be part of our meeting. And I think we have only 13 minutes left. And we need to give a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day, Anisar Hema, which he make the control the meeting. I thought we were taking more than 7 o'clock, but we control. I think when we do on physical, we can control more time. So which he make a clever job to reduce some of the things, which I really appreciate for your work. As I told you, he is a man always deliver, always give the result. So that is really appreciable. So thank you, guests. Thank you, members. And thanks to our new youth leadership program, youth leader Fatima. We want to see her on 23rd July, which we are launching our second youth leadership program. The first we launched under the leadership of Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, which we initiate as a youth leadership program to young generation to come forward to learn about their communication and leadership. So now, Fatima, we want you to see on 23rd July. And with that, and I would like to conclude this meeting. Where is that guy? Now, this master's meeting, when we start, we have to use the gavel to make the end. Before ending, I would like to congratulate our Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, his birthday. We did not celebrate on 1st of July, and we are celebrating on 11th July, which is common for 1 month. Now with that, we'll conclude for today's meeting. Our next meeting will be on end of, so we will circulate for you. Thank you. And with that, I will adjourn this meeting. Now, the time for
don't hold the
now the time for celebration. Now, the meeting is already adjourned. So now we cut the cake for Toastmaster Viqaruddin.
Stop the recording, please. Stop the recording, please.
Meeting need to stop.